Welcome, this is Pablo from Style Systems. If you want to learn everything about the dramatic style, stay tuned and don't forget to visit stylesystems.net. So, welcome back for another episode here on the style theory and covering the 7 different styles. If you have not watched this video on what style is and the theory of style, then stop right now. Go ahead and watch it. I will leave it right here in the description box. You have to watch that in order for you to understand everything that I'm about to show you and everything that I'm about to teach you. After you watch that, then you understand that we've been doing and explaining the 7 different archetypes and styles, right? That they apply not only to people and fashion and clothes, but also to brands, institutions, products, and many different things, because they are the universal archetypes, right? Remember, archetypes. Do your own motherfucking research and understand what archetype means, all right? Now we're gonna cover the dramatic style. Dramatic style, this type of style is the one that is very sophisticated, like it's bigger than life. Even the word says it. It's dramatic, it's big, it's dominant. It represents almost like the image of power, right? Of dominance, of extreme confidence. With the dramatic style, there's no middle point. It's shouting. It's being extremist, right? It's going to the extreme point. And when it comes to people, the dramatic style in people applied onto people is people that are very much into fashion, but not in a way that they follow trends. But on the other, on the opposite, they actually make the trends. You know, if you've ever gone to New York Fashion Week, you'll see a lot of dramatic style people, right? People that are, you know, like Lady Gaga, for an example, which I will give you some examples by the end of this video, like I normally do. But you know, it's people that are so bigger than life, and they're like, whoa, flashy, and this gets represented also on their clothes, right? Because they wear a lot of things, you know, a lot of accessories, big accessories, and you know, even the fit of their clothes, it's very structured yet not classic, right? It's not classic at all, but you can see the lines, and it's all about, you know, like making a statement. So I will read some of these things of the messages, the strengths and the weaknesses that you can get with the dramatic style, as I've been doing the other videos, right? So some of the things that I want to let you know about the dramatic style is a style that craves attention, wants attention, but it's also very strong, right? It's a style that, you know, because once it wants attention, it'll exaggerate everything, it'll dramatize everything, you know, and also it'll make others, you know, feel a little bit awkward, because it's a very avant-garde fashion, right? Or style. It's a very, you know, a style that it's of the world, right? Like they know what's the new trend, or they are 10 steps ahead of what's trendy right now, not only with fashion but with everything. And it's almost like they're setting up the pace of the world, and people are following them, and people want to follow them because they have a lot of strength, they have a lot of confidence, but because they have this dominance, this appearance of I'm dramatic, I'm bigger than life, and I don't give a fuck, I give 0 fucks about what you think, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go for it. So people are like, whoa, shit, okay, I wanna see what this guy or this girl wants, has to say, right? Think about Lady Gaga again, you know, like, whoa, she's too much sometimes, right? So let's review some of the messages of the dramatic style. They're dominant, sophisticated, intense. They represent an intense image with their body language, with their tonality, with the words that they use, and of course their fashion, right? High couture. They generate an impact. They create an impact. No matter what they say, no matter where they go, they will always create an impact on people, on their audiences. Remember, a product does that also, right? If a product has the dramatic style, boom, it will create an impact. There'll be no other choice. And the same thing with brands, okay? Let's see. security, confidence, and self-esteem. These are three major keywords with the messages that dramatic style represents. Self-esteem, confidence, and security. Like, you feel safe with someone like that, and they represent a lot of self-esteem. Like, they really are, they know what they're doing with themselves, right? Now let's review some of the strengths. They have a lot of security and confidence within themselves, right? So they trust in themselves so much that that's why a lot of people want to follow them. They provoke experiences and attract attention, right? Not only do they want attention, but they attract attention because, I mean, shit, if you or someone with a dramatic style looks bigger than life, shouting, not giving a fuck about the colors that they're wearing or whatever, or you know, wearing a crazy suit like this, whereas most people are a little bit scared of wearing something different than the rest of the society. The dramatic style will actually break the stereotypes, because remember, they are 10 steps ahead of fashion and they don't care about the trends. They actually want to make a trend, right? And they're so dominant. So they reflect modernity, right? They look modern. They look like they don't belong in this age. They're like, you know, ahead of time. They give strength and protection. That's right. The dramatic style, if you want to use it in, let's say, in a security company, right? For example, the top of my head, they give the messages and the strengths of being strong and giving protection. Remember that they provoke experiences, right? So they love attention and they attract attention because you cannot not see them. Like, oh, I have to watch them. And also they provoke an experience, whether it's a good experience, a bad experience, they just provoke something within their audiences. They produce docility and submission. That's right. Someone with a dramatic style, they can make others be submissive because of all this strong aura. So people are like, damn, okay, you know, I'll follow you. So that's some of the strengths. Now let's run some of the risks. Remember, if you don't take care of this style, even though it sounds very cool, if you don't pay attention to it and you don't control it and you don't learn how to use it, you'll get used by it. And some of the risk is that they have an appearance of being too aggressive, right? Like, they're almost craving for aggression and for conflict. They're almost looking for, you know, the perfect image of the rebel, going against everything and against everyone. And it's almost like everyone's trying to get me. So they look very aggressive. And, you know, maybe tattoos, and maybe their words, and maybe the way that they stand, I don't know, in line or something like that. So you need to be careful when it comes to that, when it comes to applying it to people with their fashion as well. If everything is too angular or too much going on, you can't look aggressive. And what's the other risk? Of course, rejection. People that don't take care of their dramatic style can reject a lot of people. They can create a lot of rejection. Also brands, also products, because they don't seem to fit in. So it's like, what the hell are you? And why are you being so aggressive? Why are you trying to make me submissive and docile? Like, get the fuck out away from me. And they just look ridiculous. They look like out of place, right? Another risk, and the last one that I want to give you, they can seem very remote. That's right, like, because they are bigger than life and they are 10 steps ahead all the time, or at least that's what they're trying to do. They look like they don't belong, like remote, like out of society, out of place, right? That's some of the risks. They can look out of place. So a dramatic style in front of the royal family, they will look out of place and they will look remote, like, oh, nobody gets them, or like, you know, like the freak or the weirdo, right? Okay, now I want to give you some examples of people with dramatic style. Of course, Lady Gaga, I already named her. David Bowie, he was dramatic style. Puff Daddy. Nick Wooster is someone that is one of my fashion icons. I highly suggest that you go search for him on Google or social media. That's Nick Wooster. His fashion is so dramatic and he's so fucking cool. I love it. Also Karl Lagerfeld, and you know, with fashion, haute couture. Anything that happens on the catwalks of Milan, and Tom Ford is another example of dramatic elegant. He's in between two. Remember, you can be in between two different styles, which brings me to the next thing. The dramatic style can be mixed with the elegant, natural, seductive, and creative. That's it. With the creative, the seductive, the elegant, and the natural. That's the only styles that dramatic can be mixed with. All right, so you can find mix combinations such as dramatic elegant, like Tom Ford and his brand as well. Dolce & Gabbana, it can be sometimes dramatic seductive, right? Gucci, sometimes it can do that as well, you know, just to name you some brands. But you know, just go on Pinterest and you will see I have a full board over there of inspiration for this type of style, for all of the 7 different styles, and you will see it with your own eyes what I'm talking about. Not only that, but also on interior design. How can you apply the dramatic style on environments? All right. So that's it for today. Remember that if you go to stylesystems.net, you can get the free test to discover what style you are, and it'll guide you to understand you a little bit better and to fully develop your unique style. All right, guys, be the best version of yourself. If you have any questions, just leave them down over here in the comment section, and I will see you on the next one.